armies of revolutionary France are sweeping across Europe. Unstoppable. But at sea, the mighty British Royal Navy holds the line. Yet, a shadow falls across the ocean, the deadly alliance of France and Spain. The numbers are terrifying. Britain has just 15 ships of the line under Admiral Sir John Jervis. But if the Spanish and French combine, they would command over 150 warships, an overwhelming force capable of ending Britain's reign on the waves forever. The target identified, Jervis's fleet has retreated to Portugal. Their mission: watch, wait, and pray they don't face the full might of the enemy. Suddenly, a crack in the fog. Word arrives that the massive Spanish battle fleet, 27 ships, led by the colossal 130-gun flagship Santissima Trinidad, has left port. Under the command of Admiral José de Córdoba, they are sailing toward the Atlantic, intending to link up with the French. If they succeed, the war is over. The fog of war. As the Spanish ships struggle through the Atlantic mist, a lone British frigate, the HMS Minerve, slips through the darkness. Aboard is Commodore Horatio Nelson, a man destined for legend. In the impenetrable fog, Nelson finds himself terrifyingly close to the entire enemy fleet. He can hear Spanish voices, yet he remains unseen. He escapes and delivers the grim news. The enemy is near. Admiral Jervis, though heavily outnumbered, 15 ships against 27, knows he must move. His jaw sets. The die is cast, he snaps. If there are 50 sail, I will go through them. The line is broken. The battle begins. At dawn, the mist clears, revealing a sight that chills the bones. The vast Spanish fleet, scattered but visible. Jervis sees their weakness. The Spanish ships are disorganized, split into two separate groups. The brilliant British commander sees his one chance. Cut the enemy in half. Jervis orders his 15 ships into a perfect, deadly line and drives them straight between the Spanish formations. The battle is joined. The British line fires devastating broadsides, tearing through the Spanish ships that struggle to form up. The superior training and speed of the Royal Navy are turning the tide. The moment of reckoning. But then, disaster threatens. Admiral Cordoba's main group, the heavy ships, begins to pull away. They are circling the British line, preparing to rejoin their scattered comrades. The Spanish fleet is about to escape. The victory is slipping away. At the rear of the British line is the HMS Captain, commanded by Nelson. He watches the massive Spanish hulls drawing out of range. He sees the line of battle, the sacred rule of naval warfare, but he sees something else too. The chance to save the fight. Against all orders, in a move of stunning, reckless courage, Nelson gives the command. Wear ship, turn! Nelson, alone in a 74-gun ship, breaks the line. He steers his captain directly into the teeth of the enemy, facing 6 Spanish giants, including the monstrous Santissima Trinidad. For 45 agonizing minutes, the captain is battered, its rigging shredded by cannon fire. It is a desperate, single-handed duel. The Bridge of Heroes. Help arrives. Admiral Jervis, witnessing Nelson's audacity. Signal support. The HMS Excellent, driven by Captain Collingwood, races to Nelson's side, blasting 2 Spanish ships into surrender. Now Nelson's ship is crippled, barely moving, but he sees 2 disabled Spanish ships, the San Nicolas and San Jose, tangled together. He seizes the moment. The captain rams the San Nicolas. Nelson himself, sword drawn, leads his boarding party onto the deck through a smashed window. A short, brutal fight, and the San Nicolas falls, but Nelson is not finished. He turns to the defeated Spanish officers. His eyes fix on the San Jose lying alongside. He rallies his men, and with a roar, launches a second attack. Using the deck of the captured San Nicolas as a bridge to storm the San Jose. The bewildered Spanish crew of the San Jose immediately surrender. The feat, Nelson's patent bridge, was complete. He had captured 2 massive ships using 1 crippled ship as a springboard. The price of glory, the giant Santissima Trinidad, pulverized by British cannon fire and suffering over 300 casualties, is towed away to safety just before she can be secured. Jervis calls off the chase. Against all odds, they have won. 4 Spanish ships of the line are captured. The Spanish fleet is broken and demoralized. They retreat and are soon bottled up in Cadiz. The alliance is neutralized. The combined fleet, Britain's greatest fear, will not sail. The Royal Navy reigns supreme. Nelson, the man who risked everything and defied all rules, is rewarded with a knighthood. Admiral Jervis is elevated to the Earl of St. Vincent. The stage is set for a new era of naval warfare, driven by the inspired, unorthodox brilliance of Horatio Nelson.